All right, my friends. It's 2023, and I thought that meant that everything would slow down a little bit because last year was crazy, but this year it's only been like 14, 15 days, and it's been really freaking fast. So I've got like
23
things here. I'm gonna try to get through all
23
of them in less than a minute each. So strap in, folks. First topic: AI art and the RPG community. Yeah, so we're not gonna use AI art. Good job, Drew. Next, OGL fiasco. If you're not aware of what's happening, the long story short is that the thing about the OGL is that it affects everything that's like Dungeons and Dragons specifically, and that includes the old school Dungeons and Dragons stuff. And the thing about all of that is that it doesn't affect us very much. Epic of Dreams, not an OGL game. We are our own stuff. All of our maths, all of our stuff, it all comes from here, right here. This is what my plan is for Epic Dreams right now. For Agnes Day Studios, is that we're gonna do one big book a year, and then other releases too. So that's what we're going to talk about later. It's one of the 10 million things we got to talk about in this video. This year, we were planning on releasing this book called The Dread of Cronus. And that is in my notes later. We'll talk about it later. Long story short, it's a 2-game supplement. It's a setting, and inside of this the stuff, it has 2 game rules inside. So it has the OSE rules, and it has Epic of Dreams rules. And it's going to be freaking sweet. Can't wait to share more of that with you. However, we might not be able to make that book this year because we're using the third-party license from Necrotic Gnome. So somebody tell me what's happening with them. Alright, thanks. See you in the comment section. Okay, next thing. This kind of piggybacks off of the OGL stuff, but we have our own third-party license, and we're not going to be evil with it. So here's a license. It's pretty nice. It's your standard SR license. Just, be cool with us. Make some cool stuff. We believe in you. And that'll be out with the Epic Dreams Basilisk Edition. Also, join our Discord server. Because we have a lot of cool stuff going on. And you can learn more about third-party license by hanging out with us in the Discord server. Just come and hang out. Okay, Epic Dreams Basilisk Edition. There's a lot of cool stuff happening. First, tell me what you think about the PDF. It's out. It's in your inbox. Go to your Kickstarter messages. It's done. So I ordered some print proofs for the soft covers, and they should be here pretty soon. I don't know when, and I can't wait for that because, this year, this is what we're doing. Fulfilling the Basilisk Kickstarter edition. We're also doing the official release for the Epic of Dreams. Get ready, because it's real, and you're going to see it, and it's going to happen. And also this year, we're going to be doing a heck of a lot more content. 2022 was the year that we went inside of our Yoda cave, and we made sure to stop everything else and finish the Basilisk edition. And it's finished. We're in production. We're figuring out all that stuff, and it's gonna be coming really freaking soon. This year, we're gonna have heckin' more content. We're gonna come back to the internet. You're gonna see us. We're gonna have fun together. I'm gonna grow out my mullet again. You're gonna see my mullet, and we're gonna have a good time, including podcasts, videos, articles, email content. So get on our newsletter, in the thing, boom, and maybe a Patreon too with third-party content, maybe some licensable art. Who knows? I know y'all like my art, but there's a lot of stuff happening with the Epic of Dreams. By the way, one of the stuff, if you haven't seen it, especially you Kickstarter people, I don't know if you've seen our website yet. It's live. Go check it out. We've got an article on there. We might have 2 by the time you see this. We have an art portfolio for myself. Cough, cough. Commissions are open. If you want, anything like this in your book, I can make it for you. Email me. Yeah. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, crap. my friends, would you look at that? It's almost as if the stars have aligned, and now in my possession, after 8 years and a 3-year-long Kickstarter almost, we have the Epic of Dreams Basilisk Edition in the real. I only have a very limited amount of print-proof copies of these soft covers. We might not be going with the same publisher, but this is a print-proof copy we sent to Mix'em, and I'm just going to show you a little bit. I'm just going to do a really quick flip. Here's the table of contents. Here's the very first pages. The little poem. The glossary. I could do this all day, but I'm not going to here because we're going to have another video where we do that. We're going to have a deep dive about the Epic of Dreams Basilisk Edition. And yes, Mike, I finally got a freaking spine on this thing. Hell yeah. Thank you, everybody. Anyways, on to the next point. This month, I'm working on a lot of different things, but the first things that I'm working on, my friends, is the stretch goals and all the loose ends with that for the Epic of Dreams Basilisk Edition. This week, I am writing the epic poem that comes along with the Epic of Dreams Basilisk Edition Kickstarter. It's going to be slightly adapting of both the Iliad and Homer. It's not going to be this long. It's going to be pretty short. I'm writing it in like 2 weeks, but it's going to be heckin' great. And it's going to be the Art of War. I'm studying these books alongside the Battle of Malden. I don't know where my copy of that is, but the structure of the story is the end of the tale of Yorman Jameson and Gan Christen, the two friends, warriors, the founding members of the party, whose stories are featured throughout the games as we explain the rules. And the story itself is about the culmination of Yorman's dream, where he finally is able to rise up in martial rebellion, and he just wants to usurp the throne of the king. The king who's living there isn't that bad of a guy, but they're both young bucks, and you know how all that doesn't mix. It's going to be really fun. There's going to be a lot of war, a lot of crazy stuff happening, and I'm dividing it into 9 nights and 9 days, and they're going to be like episodes like that. It's going to be really cool. I'm going to read the first verse of it that will be reiterated. That's actually in page 0 of the Epic Dreams Kickstarter edition for you now. Muse, sing to me the song of Yorman Jameson's guile. Reveal to me the noble he who, through bastard tactic and vain advances, wrought the northern lords to rue. He who sought dragon's blood to usurp a griffin's regal girth, to forsake, for brotherhood, mystic mights of serpent blessing, to revive a wonder worker, Gan Christen, sorcerer serpent blessed. How few it took to race against, with youthful rage bet against, a youth's indignant dream fulfilled. Yrgrim's son the griffin, boyish avenger, now hyperborean magnate, from scratchings all too similar, did beguiler and bird-like begin. Moons and winters past shewn the griffin's rise to glory, revenging royal father's rule, befouling crown stealer's hoary. Now to usurp the usurper's usurper, the usurper sailed north. I put that line in my book. Yorman Jameson's brigands brigade, to creep upon stream regal, to wade forth a tide of burnt blood against the crowned eagle. There the ships met twilight docket, watchmen phalanx obscured, ambush, though they could never discern, save for the sorcery of fraternity and snake sight incurred. By dragon's power once deferred, for brotherhood, fed to revive Gan, squire aloof, thence serpent felled. Schemes of Leviathan's might, once held within Yorman Jameson's fingers, dashed for sake of love in vain. Lo, might his Yorman one day hold in his palm that griffin's beating heart the same. And in this moment, Barca above barked aloud in joy. The pale dragon's corona revived, and the dock lay aflame. 'Twas the first night of the northern siege that would lay vicious waste to the bird sun's reign, and for vain glory parading his valor feigned, all were deceived, for all would receive pain. Yet, as the fates had decided, the crown of Ardor would manifest. Damn all swain blood and consequence. Godspeed I speak. Godspeed be the blade. Godspeed be the bleak. Godspeed I have said. And that, and what that means, will be found in the epic poem of the Northern Twilight Siege. And that's coming with your Epic Dreams Basilisk Edition Kickstarter coming soon! Alright, so after that is fulfilled, we're fulfilling the other Kickstarters that we're starting. One of them's coming up pretty soon, okay? The first one, enter my friends, Borkborg. We're releasing Borkborg for Zine Quest this year, and this is what it is. A Merkborg triptych of pure puppy heresy. It's going to be a 20-page full-color zine, and it's all about puppies. I started a puppy business this year, and it's going great. I'm dog sitting and all this stuff. It's really fun, and it has inspired me so much that I wanted to ride the puppy wave into the depths of Merkborg itself. So yeah, Bork is coming out. I talked to Sprinting Owl on Twitter. They released a zine called Borg. It was also puppy based, and they were really cool about being like, yeah, go release your zine. I was really wondering if that was okay, because I learned about them after I started. Anyways, Bork, 20 pages. It's going to have 3 kind of different adventures, and then with each adventure, it's all a different adaptation of different dog myth. We have the myth of Saint Christopher. He's this Roman-headed, basically, paladin, barbarian guy in Catholic tradition, where he has a dog face in some interpretations of it, and he carries the incarnated baby Jesus across a river, and he almost drowns, because it's like the baby Jesus incarnation is like the whole universe. He's like a tungsten Jesus baby. Yeah, it's really cool. And the other one, we're doing an adaptation on the motif of Hades and Cerberus. And we're going to go deep with that in this dungeon pound adventure that's also a bestiary. And then the class, the Hades of Hounds. That's what we're calling it. And then finally, we also have the thing at the start of the book, which is an adaptation of various black dog myths, like the Barghest and other things found in Arabia and the British Isles. And that's going to be really fun. And it's featuring all these puppies. Like, shoot! Puppies! Zine Quest. Coming to a Zine Quest near you. February, maybe 14th, maybe 17th. But go look at the description and follow that Kickstarter campaign, because we got puppies. And honestly, these adventures are going to be really cool. It's going to be great. Next, yes, Dread of Cronus. We were talking about it before, but this is Dread of Cronus. So we're trying to release Dread of Cronus this year, and it may not happen because of the OGL crap, because it's going to be the first big Epic Dreams supplement that's a dual supplement. So it has Epic Dreams rules, which are very rules light and don't require much text attached whatsoever, with third-party OSE material with homebrew classes and all this stuff. The cool thing about the Dread of Cronus is that it is a setting in which all of the storytelling and mythology resources and principles in this book are applied to create a mythos of itself. So as you read this book and you figure out how to make your own realms, if you want a good example of a mythologically inspired realm that drips with the ancient magics of world religion and folklore, then you'll see it in the Dread of Cronus. And what is the Dread of Cronus but an adaptation of an inverted adaptation of the what is it called? The theogony. Yes. So the whole thing with the theogony is that it's like this big who's who of all of the different cults of the Greek city-states and their religions and their gods forming into this gigantic narrative that strings them all together, right? So you have the Titans fighting Uranus and all that, led by Cronus, and then you have Zeus overthrowing Cronus, and then all of the gods mentioned inside of that from the Greek pantheons of the place, the era. So what we're doing is the dread of Cronus, and the idea is Cronus has eaten all of the other Titans inside of Tartarus that are locked away with him. So we take that theogony a step further and weave in all of the mythos from the world. So it's all in there. It's all in the soup. But Cronus breaks out of Tartarus. He's extremely powerful by drinking the blood and eating the flesh of all of the other 100 Titans that are locked away in Tartarus. And the 100 Handers. Maybe there's not 100 Titans. But anyways, he's tripping. And he's ruling the world. And he's warping time and space itself. But this Cronus is the one who is overcome by his own paranoia. And by the might of the paranoia itself, thus does he warp and betray all flesh and spirit beneath him. And this is the dread of Cronus. At his right hand sits Tezcatlipoca, the jaguar son. And at his left, Typhon, the father of all monsters. And this dark triumvirate rules over all in the age of jaguar and giant. All flesh of men is hunted, and indeed all things are made new and awry. However, inside of this great dread, there is hope to be found, however fleeting, within the dream itself. There are muses and other lost gods from the world before who have found themselves speaking to a contingency of humans who survived the warping, as well as others, but it's mostly a human-centric setting, because, you know, it's mythic Earth, blah, 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 blah. It's really fun. You're going to love it. We've got so many classes that we've been playtesting, and it's a lot of fun. Check them out. We've got Manticore Knights, we've got Leviathan, Templars, we've got a lot of really cool stuff, and you'll learn about it soon. But enter our Discord server, go and follow our newsletter, and you'll learn all about it, okay? Harrowings 4! Yeah! We're not doing a Harrowings 4 this year, probably. Yeah, the reason why we're not doing a Harrowings 4 is just because this took me all last year, and I've been trying to figure out what we're going to do for Harrowings 4, and I need to take a break from Harrowings just so that I can focus on the real stuff, you know? And then, when the time is right, Harrowings will return. And there's a lot of cool stuff that I want to release in Harrowing. So, y'all best be ready for that, because it's going to be real. Next up, Dungeon 23. It's everywhere. It's crazy. And it's in the Cult of the Muse Discord server. We have been going every day. I missed 2 days this weekend because I was really depressed. And then this came and my head kind of fell off for a bit. So, yeah. Dungeon 23. Come and hang out in our Discord, because every week I'm going over everything that happened in Dungeon 23 for me. We have this group where we each share the thing that we learned that week from our Dungeon 23. And we're really championing it because we think it's a great opportunity to develop creative muscles. You don't know what you have the ability to create in this world. The propensity for beauty and art and love. You have it inside of you, and if you cultivate it, you can make something pretty cool. This took me like 8 years, and I thought it didn't look that good when I looked at it the first time, but now I think it looks pretty freaking sweet. Okay, here's another, here's another little, yeah. Oh, dang it, you guys. Yeah, this is a big one. This was the last illustration we did for the book. Okay? Oh yeah, the one thing that this Dungeon 23 thing has let me do is dive into the Grey Orphans book. If you kickstarted Epic Dreams Basilisk Edition, you're going to get this too. This is our underworld setting that's only coming out in like 5 years after I finish writing all the epic poems for this setting. But like, y'all, like I've been doing Dungeon 23, and there's all these random tables in here that were already made. and now I'm updating them in here. All right, my phone died because I was talking too long, you guys. And now I have everything written down right here, so we go over it. Dungeon 23. We're going to do monthly videos covering Dungeon 23. So come over, hang out for all your Dungeon 23 content. Subscribe to the channel. And we're having a party every day in the Cult of Muse Discord server with our Dungeon 23 stuff. And the thing about the Grey Orphans book, I know the art is really ugly. This is the ugliest art I'll probably ever do. Maybe. Is that there's no PDFs of this. Nobody's getting this, but you can see glimpses of it as we go over in the Discord server. At the beginning of 2022, I think, or before that, I did an unboxing of Disciples of Bone and Shadow Conquered Sun edition, and I am happy to tell you that now that I've finished making this thing, I can actually do the actual play of this thing, and it's going to be fun. We're going to do at least 4 episodes of this. The first one's going to be character creation and our first encounter, okay? So we're going to do that. I don't know when it's going to be because I got a lot of stuff, like everything you've seen. This is me telling you, join our Discord server. We have a lot of fun, okay? We talk every day about Dungeon 23. We have a very active X-Files community where we post a lot of fun content about alien stuff, UFOs, Bigfoot, the Sphinx, Mothman, all that stuff. It's a fun time. We try to keep it fun, and yeah, the truth is out there, fam. We also have been doing some organic live games that have been sprouting up. Like the other week, we run, I didn't run, but my good friend Spooky Rusty ran Crapland. And we do playtesting for not just our content, but for all of our friends' content too. If you need to playtest your material, come to our Discord server. We got people that want to play games. Subscribe, like this video. Oh yeah. Okay, so last year's vibe was mega emo, at least for me, because I was in the middle of figuring out the book, and that was not fun. This was, I look back on 2022 with kindness, but I'm glad it's over. I'm glad that this is coming into the real. And now that it is, your boy's vibes is back on! And because of this, to commemorate this, I am sharing with you all my personal first playlist of the year. Yeah, for Spotify. It's on there. And it features, Dracula, a lot of fun riffy music, some hip-hop, and all that stuff. And I can't play any of that music for you here because it would give me a copyright strike, blah, 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 blah. But we're going to vibe together, and the vibe shall live on. All right, I'm going to vibe to this playlist in an uncopyrightable manner, and I invite you to come and hang out in all of these internet spaces with us as we ride into the sun. 2023, the year of the alligator snapping turtle puppy power. Woo!